Welcome to Native Talk Arizona, presented by Native Health and KRDP 90.7 FM. I'm host Lanasha Puwadi. Later in the show, I'll chat with Scott Tom, graphic designer and owner of ST Graphix, located in Chinle, Arizona. The University of Arizona Native American Science and Engineering Program, also known as NASEP, is a year-long program designed to provide Native American high school students with a vision of having a career in a science, technology, engineering, or mathematic field. On the phone with me are Carol Seanez, coordinator of the University of Arizona Native American Science and Engineering Program, and Sophia Murphy and Joshua Nelson, who are students at University of Arizona. So hello, everyone. Welcome to our show. Before we get started, can you guys tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Hey everyone, and thank you for inviting us to be here. I'm Carol Seanez, a Dene woman from the Red House clan. I've served as the NASEP coordinator for the past 7 years and am a NASEP alumna from the first cohort of the program. Before being coordinator, I also worked as an undergraduate mentor. In addition to being the coordinator, I'm also a doctoral student pursuing my degree in epidemiology from the University of Arizona.
Hello, this is Sophia Murphy. I am also a Dene woman. I am born from the Zuni Edgewater clan. I am also a junior studying physiology and medical sciences. I have had the pleasure of working with NASEP, the Native American Science Engineering Program, since the spring semester of 2022. I've worked now with about 2.5 NASEP cohorts. I joined mid-year with one of them, and I have really enjoyed my time working for this program.
I'm Joshua Nelson. I am also a Navajo, part of the Navajo tribe, and currently I am a senior. I am currently studying law and psychology. I've recently begun working with NASEP within this past first of the year, and I've been involved with NASEP since 2019, ever since I was a student who attended this summer program.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you all for sharing about yourself and sharing all of that great information. But kind of diving further into NASEP, can you give us an overview of the University of Arizona Native American Science and Engineering Program?
Yes. So like you said earlier, it is a free year-long program designed to provide Native American high school students with the necessary resources to enroll in college and pursue a career in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics field. We have a week-long residential program in the summer on the University of Arizona campus here in Tucson. Here, the students will engage in activities to increase their STEM exposure, learn about different college pathways, and team build with their peers. A lot of our students are coming from out of state or from all around Arizona, so they're all fairly new and they don't really they've never really interacted before. So this is a great area where they can build relationships among themselves. And we also continue virtually for the fall, winter, and the following spring. And during those months, we also have biweekly workshops. And those usually help to support the student in their research project on the topic of their choice, where they will be able to have the opportunity to present at a science fair or in one of their communities. Since our students are at the age where they are considering college, we kind of focus on the college pathway through our biweekly meetings as well. And some students prefer to speak one-on-one to NASEP staff, so we have those meetings available if they want to have independent phone calls with us. And we also, at the end of the year, have a closing banquet where we have the families and students come together and we sort of celebrate their accomplishments for the past year.
And can you refresh our listeners' memory about STEM and the different programs it encompasses?
Yes, so STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and although there isn't agreed upon list of disciplines that are considered STEM: life sciences, physical sciences, engineering, mathematics, computer science, and health science. These are widely acknowledged and fall under the STEM umbrella.
And what career paths can someone take if they're interested in STEM?
There are very many careers under STEM, and that's how we're excited to be having this program to introduce this to students. They range from astronomy to biostatistics. As part of NACEP, we aim to expose our participants to a variety of STEM areas they may not be familiar with, while also providing resources for areas they may be interested in. For instance, as part of our programming, we have an interactive tour of the University of Arizona Aztec Lab, which stands for the Arizona Simulation Technology and Education Center. It's a unique place where medical science, technology, and computer science merge with one another. The facility has human-like dummies that are really interesting to see, and these dummies are used for doctors and nurses in training to practice administering medicine, giving birth, checking vitals, and more. Our students have a lot of fun simulating CPR and defibrillation of patients. I share this experience because it highlights the diversity of STEM opportunities. A student can be a health professional working on patients, or the technology developer that is building these tools that help others practice their skills. Other areas we integrate are environmental science, computer science, and engineering, although we do switch things up depending on what our students are interested in. Native American STEM professionals are needed for the oversight of tribal land and resources, civil and technological infrastructure development, healthcare, and more. STEM is one of the fastest growing industries, and STEM professionals receive higher salaries. We know that there are many talented and intelligent Indigenous students out there, and we are providing a pre-college program to help them explore their career options.
And do you have an early academic outreach program?
Yes, we do. We actually work for the University of Arizona Office of Early Academic Outreach, and they oversee our NACEP program and many other initiatives. For example, we have the College Academy for Parents. We call it CAP for short, and Arizona Mesa. These are just a few of our programs we have here at the Office of Early Academic Outreach, and our mission is really to increase the number of low-income, underrepresented, and first-generation college-bound students who aspire towards and are eligible to enroll in a university degree program. And this is the same mission we've also embedded into our program, and we encourage Indigenous youth and really just any youth to think about higher education and that they can overcome those barriers, and we're here to help them get over those barriers.
And do you guys work with just the student or the whole family?
Our programming primarily targets the students. However, we do recognize the family and especially the parents because they play a vital role in developing the students' future college and career plan. Therefore, we regularly try to communicate with the parents and guardians to keep them up to date with what their students are working on. We also share scholarship opportunities, internships, and other professional development opportunities with their parents so that they can encourage their student to also enroll in those scholarships, internships, and or just jobs. And the families are also invited to our orientation. We have our kickoff ceremony and closing banquet. And we also hope that the families enjoy NACEP as much as we share the opportunity with them. And we hope they encourage their other family members who have younger children or younger cousins to also enroll.
And kind of on the same topic of younger cousins or other relatives, what age should parents look at a program like this?
So a saying at our office is, college is not a dream, it's a plan. Given this, it's never too early or too late to start making this plan, and we recommend the earlier is better. Middle school is a great time to begin. Having experiences through pre-college programs helps youth explore their passions. There are also experiences that students can put on their resume and show college admissions and scholarship providers that a student has taken the initiative to take steps to gain more knowledge in the area of interest. The Mathematics, Engineering, Science Achievement Program, which is also called MESA, is available for middle and high school students. And as a former MESA student as well, I can confirm that this helped me throughout college as well. And if your school does not have a MESA program, it can be started by identifying a teacher that is willing to advise the group. And more information about this is available at azmesa.arizona.edu.
And who can attend NASEP? What are the requirements?
In order to apply, individuals must be enrolled in a federally or state recognized American Indian, Alaska Native tribe, or Hawaiian Native, American Indian, or Alaska Native descent. If there are questions regarding eligibility, then individuals are encouraged to contact the Office of Early Academic Outreach.
And this program is available to Native American high school students. Can they self-identify, or do you require a copy of a tribal ID or CIB?
We work with individuals, and so we recognize that every one of those listed, the communities listed, are sovereign nations, and they are the individuals or organizations, communities, I should say, that recognize who are members. And so we go based off of what is required by their tribal community. However, there are challenges with folks who may not be enrolled due to various circumstances. So if a student falls under that, then they're encouraged to contact our office.
And earlier you mentioned about the summer program. Can you tell us more about the summer program?
Yes, we do have a summer program, and it's usually held in the month of June. This year, for this cohort, it will be held June 9th through June 15th of this year here at Tucson's University of Arizona campus. Please remember that the March 15th is our priority deadline, and we will continue accepting application until all of our spots are filled. I understand the priority deadline kind of seems it's not a hard deadline. Therefore, as long as we still have space in our program, we will be continuing to accept students on a rolling basis.
And is there a fee?
So this program is free, and this includes lodging, meals, transportation. But as a reminder, NASEP does not cover the cost for transportation to and from the summer program.
And can you explain about your mentorship process?
In addition to our goal of developing a college-bound peer group, NASEP also introduces participants to industry professionals, higher education specialists, current undergraduate students, and graduate students. On the first day of the program, we have our participants pair up with one of these professionals and or graduate students to receive personalized feedback on personal statements and resumes that they have already drafted. And these are very important documents for college admissions, scholarships, and internships. And for many, this is the first time they're receiving one-on-one advice on how to create these key pieces. This is just one example of how we mentor our students. As NASEP staff, we also serve as mentors and provide those one-on-one appointments, like I said earlier, to talk with students one-on-one, whether it's about their science fair project or their college-bound journey. We help with even students who come out to us that are looking for very specific scholarships, and we are there to help search and fill out those applications if need be, and or writing letters of recommendations. And yeah, that's how we kind of contribute to mentorship here at NASEP.
And do you have any resources regarding scholarship programs that are available at the University of Arizona for Native American individuals?
So, the Marsha Morgan Scholarship is available to NASEP alumni who plan to enroll at the University of Arizona and to program participants of other early academic outreach programs. The Arizona Native Scholar Grant ensures that the tuition, mandatory fees, tuition differentials, and program fees are covered for Native Arizona residents and undergraduate students seeking their first bachelor's degree. The Native American Student Affairs Office, otherwise known as NASA, and the American Indian Alumni Club also offers scholarships to Native American college students. A great resource available to the University of Arizona enrolled students is Scholarship Universe, a scholarship search engine that matches you to scholarships based on questions you've answered.
And do any one of you have a favorite success story or memory about NASEP?
Yes, I do. I've actually run into a student here at the Student Union Memorial Center. We call it SUMEC for short. And this individual was very passionate and participated in the Native American Science and Engineering program during their high school years from the years 2022 to 2023. And the student is a member of the Tanatam Nation, and they have presented always a love for STEM and their desire to pursue higher ed. And they actually applied and are now currently here at the University of Arizona. And I was in the student union to just pick up food for lunch. I had the opportunity to just sit and talk with the student for the duration of my lunch period. And they were very grateful for the NASEP program and how we helped them kind of navigate the pathway into the University of Arizona. Recently, we had that new scholarship, the Native Arizona Scholars Grant, and I believe that's where a lot of our students have been having issues understanding the financial aid portion of college. And that's typically where a lot of our students kind of ask, how am I going to get funded for going to school? And he was very happy because he was able to get the scholarships through Scholarship Universe. He has also participated in some of their STEM programming clubs we have here. And overall, he was just very happy and ecstatic to be a part of the program and to have learned so much and to feel so comfortable now in his freshman year of college that he felt that readiness to be independent and going to classes and being kind of disciplined within himself to be his own, adult, because it is kind of scary at first being on your own in a large setting in a city. And I think he was just very grateful to have the opportunity to already be here on campus and already know campus and have a feel for what it would be like as his years in his college career.
So for me, when I joined NASEP, I didn't really know anybody. But the thing is, I had a friend who I've been friends with since childhood. But the thing is, when I was in NASEP, we didn't realize that we knew each other. But it was until the end of NASEP that I realized who my friend was. It was because our moms were like, "You guys were friends back then." I was like, "Oh, okay." That's when the memories came in. But the thing is, throughout NASEP, we were able to become friends again and started hanging out again. And I was like, I know who this is, but I don't know who he is as well. And then after the NASEP program, we both attended the University of Arizona and we became roommates for our first year here as well. So that's a funny story that came out in NASEP for me.
So as mentioned earlier, I was part of the first cohort of the NASEP program. So I'm an elder NASEP alumni, and it's been very exciting to see how this program has grown so much. And I'm very thankful because it helped me develop leadership skills and the opportunity to grow as a professional, because I was not only supported during my high school years, but as I entered the University of Arizona, became employed with the Office of Early Academic Outreach and worked with NASEP students and mentored them as well. And so to be coming in as the coordinator in this role is sort of a very full circle moment. And it's great to be giving back to not only a program, but an office that has been very supportive of my academic and career goals. And a favorite memory of mine was building the computer from scratch that we did. That's something that's been pretty consistent with our programming throughout the various years that we've done this. And you're given all of these pieces that seem very daunting and confusing, but you're guided through when you put it together. And at the very end, when you click that button to turn your computer on and it's working, you just feel very proud of yourself, like, I did this. And that's a similar experience that we see with other students who go through this process, that they're very proud of themselves. Some of them may not have been certain how things would work out, but at the end, once they see what they've done, it's very rewarding. And so that's something that is special to me.
Well, thank you guys all for sharing your stories with us. It sounds like you all had very memorable experiences with NACEP, and it sounds like it is a great resource for Native American high school students. So what advice would you give to someone who wants to enter the STEM field?
I would suggest adopting a growth mindset. STEM can be challenging, but knowing that with practice, time, and persistence, you can get better at things, and to not be discouraged because you have the strength and the intelligence to do hard things as you work at it. Especially finding community, because that is going to support you and going to be a sounding board whenever you have issues or can help you work through problems or challenges that you're having. And there's a lot of great clubs and organizations that can support you in this endeavor. For instance, we have the American Science and Engineering Society, or ACES, on campus, and it's a great national organization that supports Native students in STEM. And they have pre-college, college, and professional chapters across the nation. And currently, ACES is free for membership sign-up for pre-college and college students, so you can become a member today. And the Regional 3 conference is going to be hosted at the University of Arizona on March 22nd and 23rd of this year, if you are interested in becoming part of this community and experiencing it. In addition, there is another organization called the Society for the Advancement of Chicano and Hispanics and Native Americans in Science, or SACNIS for short, and they're another great organization that focuses on diversity in STEM. And they're actually going to be holding their National Diversity in STEM Conference in Phoenix, Arizona this October. And part of why I'm sharing these resources is because oftentimes when students come into these spaces in college or going into their careers, they don't see students and professionals who look like them. But in these spaces, you do see individuals that are researching, building technology, and doing a lot of the things that our students are aspiring to. And knowing that others have gone through this, it makes it feel like it's doable and easier. You can also learn about a lot more research opportunities, resources, scholarships, job opportunities. And so having that network is really important as well. So that's my advice for folks.
And finally, how can our listeners find more information about NACEP program, and who can they contact for further questions?
So we can be reached at nasep@arizona.edu. That is NASEP@ARIZONA.edu. Or we can be reached by phone, which is at 520-626-2300. And we can be followed on all platforms with the tag UA_NASEP. That is UA_NASEP.
We also forgot to mention to visit our website, nasep.arizona.edu. That holds all of our general information about what our office is. We have resources for internships and scholarships, and this is what we pretty much frequently use to keep in contact with folks.
Perfect. I would like to thank all of you for coming on air today. Thank you, Carol, Sophia, and Joshua, for sharing all of these great information about the University of Arizona NASEP program.
We are thankful for you to inviting us to this show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up, I'll chat with Scott Tom, graphic designer and owner of ST Graphix. Support for KRDP 90.7 FM comes in part from Native Health, with 2 locations in Phoenix, 4041 North Central Avenue, Building C, near the corner of Central Avenue and Indian School Road, and at 2423 West Dunlap Avenue. Native Health is also located in Mesa at 777 West Southern Avenue, near the corner of Southern Avenue and Extension Road. Native Health provides primary medical, dental, behavioral health, WIC, and wellness services for the urban Native American community. For more information, call 602-279-5262 or visit our webpage at nativehealthphoenix.org. Native Talk Arizona returns after this song. You're listening to Look at This by A Tribe Called Red. Welcome back to Native Talk Arizona, presented by Native Health and KRDP 90.7 FM. I'm host Lanasha Puwadi. On the phone with me is Scott Tom, graphic designer and owner of ST Graphix, located in Chinle, Arizona. Hello, Scott. It's an honor to have you on our show today.
Good morning. It's good to be on your show this morning.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And before we get started, can you tell us about yourself, your journey, and your background?
Yes, my name is Scott Tom. I'd like to introduce myself in Navajo first. She Scott Tom in she, my description na strong partner sunny bushes chin. Glass chi dash che, ketla chini dash nala. Although this thing is nachai, although they lead that yesterday na sha. Greetings, hello. My name is Scott Tom. I'm from Saley, Arizona. My clans are Coyote Pass clan, born for the Tango People clan. I'm 14 years old, and I'm originally from Saley, Arizona. My background started back in, say, 1998. I wasn't really into graphic design or into art, but I was a DJ back in the day, and a group of my friends, we used to travel around the Navajo Reservation and beyond, and we needed event flyers. We needed somebody to come up with flyers to advertise our gigs that we are traveling to, and I took it upon myself and just decided maybe I can do it. Went to Walmart, got an Adobe Photoshop, just the $30 software at Walmart, and I took upon myself to actually do it, and that led into the next adventure, which was over at Nav Arts and Crafts, and I began doing their advertisements there, and then it led me into meeting and marketing with the Navajo Nation Fair, and then on to the Net College, where that opened up many doors for me, and to now where I'm at as a small business owner with ST Graphix. So that's how my journey is. My background, I'm from Navajo Nation, like I said, here in Saley, Arizona. My hobbies are, I'm an avid ultra runner. I love running long distance and participating in running events. Other than that, that's just who I am. I'm not really much into activities. I just enjoy doing what I do as a graphic designer and helping my Native community and beyond.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. And were you, I know you said that you kind of started by first getting the Adobe program and kind of making your event flyers from there. Is everything you've learned so far self-taught, or did you take any courses or classes?
Yes, everything has been self-taught. Once I got myself familiar with the program, everything just kind of fell into place to where I just got used to the program, got used to the tools, learned it, and then learned the next thing, which was Adobe Illustrator. Got to familiarize myself with that program, learned the tools as well, and then I got into publishing, which is I used Adobe InDesign, and so I create my editorials with that, and so it's just kind of teaching myself along the way as I go, and it's a learning process. Everything's new. Everything, like next month there'll probably be something new about the program to learn. So that's how I keep myself in tune with the graphic design world.
And how do you come up with your graphic designs?
It's a process with our Dene. Let me see if I can say this correct. I know I'm gonna tear this word up, but it's Dene epistemology. I can't say it right. It's the Sanale which is 4 stages of creative processing. The first stage is thinking. Nadakis is the first stage, which is writing a brief statement in about the project that I'm going to do. So if I get a new project, I would, write a little like a statement about what I'm about to do. So like if I'm going to do a graduation invitation, I would come up with a name, you know, all the text information that I need, and just have it on paper. And then the next stage is stage 2, which is the nahata, which is actually sketching it out, just kind of brainstorming how I'm visualizing this. I'm going to put it together, developing a conceptual visual idea of what the product's going to be like. And then moving on to the third stage, which is documentation of the studio process, which means putting it all together, putting the text on the design, just designing the whole thing from the last 2 stages. And then finally is the reflection part of it, the final state, which is the final image, just reviewing it, making sure everything's on there, everything that the customer wants, and just making sure that it's ready to go to the person or to the company. Or so a lot of my designs are based on that, the 4 stages. I was taught that through Diné College. My professor Bollinger made that process easier for me, because before I would just jump into a design and just out and just kind of just free, how would you say it, design it. And I know that's not the process. So with this new process and how he taught me, it just made designing so much easier and so much clearer, and the reason why I do it. So thank you, Professor Bollinger from Diné College.
Wow. And kind of diving into one of your designs, you recently won the call for the National Urban Indian Family Coalition for their Democracy is Indigenous call for artists. Can you tell us more about the vote design that you had created?
Yes, that was unexpected. I didn't even know about the project until it was actually one of our class assignments in the program that I'm in, which is the BFA program, graphic design major. Our professor Bollinger is the one that introduced us to that contest. And for me, my designs are more like traditionally contemporary designs, and just kind of just simple, just clear. And as far as political, I try to not be a part of it, but when Professor Bollinger introduced it to me as a class assignment, I took it on, and it was one of those projects where it just sat, but it kept attracting me. I don't know why and how. The design came together at the last minute, because it's down to the deadline, and I did it. I put it together and I submitted it. And for those that do know me and my designs, I'm very down to the last wire, down to the last minute, getting it done. To me, I feel that's my way of actually putting a good design together. So when I put this design together, I brought my contemporary traditional design style a part of this, and I studied other people's work. I studied how they put their work together. So I seen how bold the vote was on a lot of designs that I seen out there, and I wanted it to not be too busy, but make that vote bold enough to stand out, to call the crowd or call the individual. At the same time, I wanted to keep it traditional. So that check mark that you see on there, it's actually a feather that's into a check mark. And then I didn't want to keep the box as a square. So behind that check mark, you'll see like that traditional native corner design. So I made that look like it was the box where you check off. And then as far as like calling our indigenous natives, how the hand symbol, the fist, that symbolizes like us natives. We're strong, we're here, we're called to do what we have to. And then the ballot in his hand, raising it up, saying, "Hey, I'm here. This is my vote. My vote's going to be heard." And I just see that as a powerful image, because us natives, it seems like we're pushed back, like we're not important. Our vote don't matter, even though we do, but it does. It actually matters. So I felt like that I needed that symbol to say, I'm here. I'm gonna put my vote in, and it's gonna be heard. So, and as much as I wanted to put so much of the fist symbol up in the air all over it, I didn't want it to be too busy as well. So I just wanted the vote part of it to stand out, and then the fist with the ballot, and then keep it traditional with the rug design from the Navajo Nation. And so that's how, and it all came together at the last minute, down to the wire, and I submitted it, and I believe it was after the deadline that I submitted it. I can't remember, but and then next thing you know, a couple of weeks later, I got this email saying that, I was a winner, and I just couldn't believe it. I was excited. At the same time, I just kind of like, wow, like I can't believe I won something that it was down to the last wire. So that's how that design came about.
Oh, wow. And the design is really powerful. What do you hope your design will do to encourage civic engagement?
I hope this design, symbolizes, us natives, that, like I said before, that we are still here, that our vote still counts, that, our vote can be a very dominant in, the upcoming election. And I want it to reach every indigenous community, every indigenous person out there, and have a look at it and just study it. And just the design and how powerful it can be to call somebody to the election to go vote and make a difference. And it's when I first thought about this design, and I didn't think it was gonna go that far, but now when I'm thinking back and talking about it, and seeing how far it's gonna go out there, I just hope it reaches every person, every indigenous person out there, the native communities, and call them to say, hey, I need to vote. I need to go over there and do what I have to. So that, to me, that's how I want that to work, that design to work.
Oh, yes, definitely. And that is so amazing. And the design that you created is very powerful. Do you know if they are going to be using it for the public, like as stickers or like promotional for the Indigenous vote?
Yes, I believe they are going to be using it for, promotional items, T-shirts, I believe stickers as well, just to, reach out. And I believe as far as, posted on websites as well, social media campaigns, print ads, I believe just anywhere that it can be exposed to, to the public, to the community, and beyond. So.
And do you know where they could get to see your vote graphic and maybe see the promotional materials that it goes into?
At this moment, I know they have the design. I know They've communicated with me that where it's going to be or what it's going to be used on. But as far as where and where you could see it or where you can get it at, I haven't heard back yet.
And tell us about your other designs and work that you have made. I know you said that you used to work closely with the Navajo Arts Market, and you still make the Navajo Nation fair flyers as well. What are the other work you've been doing?
Those were previous past employments that I was with them, the Navajo Arts and Crafts, back in 2008 to roughly 2012. And then Navajo Nation Fair, I was doing their fair logos, the event flyers, from like 2012 to 2018, I want to say. And then the Net College, I was with the Net College for a couple of years. I did all their graphic designs, worked closely with the marketing department. And then I took on my small business full time, and I cover as far as print ads, marketing, branding, logos, down to the small things like birthday invitations, graduation invitations. I've been fortunate enough to work with the University of Colorado, businesses like Navajo Nation Shopping Centers Incorporation, capacity builders, and all their marketing needs, all their print ad needs. And that's what I do now, and as a small business owner. And so, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. And I know you also kind of work with the different pageants as well to make their banner designs. So Scott, what do you consider to be one of your biggest accomplishments?
One of my biggest accomplishments at this moment is just taking on my business full time. I know as a small business owner, you have to go out there and network. You have to go out there and find these jobs. You have to, do a great job so that they see your work and they come back and, they want you to continue the design process with them. And I think that's my biggest accomplishment right now is just taking on my business full time now and working as best as I can and as hard as I can. And, it's a lot of work. But the other thing I would say, my other accomplishment being is just, winning this contest. Like I said, I didn't think I would win. I didn't think I would, it would actually go being accepted in the panel. And I was very like amazed, and I was very excited that it did win, and it's going to be out there nationally, and I don't know, maybe even internationally. But I just hopes that just creates more jobs for me. And
oh yes, definitely. I bet it is a very rewarding feeling just knowing that your work is going to be seen by many, many people, especially once they kind of advertise it and do a lot of publication on your amazing vote design. But Scott, can you tell us how can our listeners find more information about yourself and your work, and how can they contact you if they have further questions?
They can contact me through social media. I personally don't have a website at the moment. A website's been in the process, but I focus a lot of my work time on projects that need to be done, so I kind of just put that on the back end for my website. But soon, hopefully, I will have my website out. But for now, I'm all over social media. I have my personal account. You can look up Scott Tom. I do have my business account, ST Graphix, on Facebook. I'm on Instagram as well. stgraphix.az on Instagram. And then, other than that, you can shoot me an email, stgraphix.az@gmail.com, and that's the only other way that besides social media accounts, they would able to get in contact with me.
Perfect. Well, I would like to thank you, Scott, for taking time out to talk to us today, to tell us about the amazing work you're doing and giving us a background into your recent vote design as well. And I appreciate you taking the time to tell us about your journey.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate this opportunity to actually talk about, my designs and what I do. This is actually the first time I'm actually doing an interview about, my graphic design business and what I do and my accomplishments. So I appreciate this opportunity, and I just want to say ahiahat, which means thank you in Navajo.
Thank you for listening to Native Talk Arizona, supported by Native Health and KRDP 90.7 FM. Audio editing by Javier Quiroga, and the executive producer is Susan Levy. And I'm host Lanasha Puwadi. We hope you tune in again next week. If you have any questions, please email us at nativetalkaz@radiophoenix.org.